views from the Cornbread Nation. Robert and Dave from the Rock Hall of Fame. Humpday views from the Cornbread Nation. Robert and Dave on the Humpday Show. We're talking all out of the Southern Fried Nation. We're talking all out of Cornbread Nation. Robert and Dave from the Rock Hall of Fame. Robert and Dave from the Cornbread Nation. We're talking all out of Southern Fried Nation. We're talking all out of Cornbread Nation. Robert and Dave from the Rock Hall of Fame. Robert and Dave from the Cornbread Nation. We're talking all out of the Southern Fried Nation. We're talking all out of Cornbread Nation. Robert and Dave from the Rock Hall of Fame. Robert and Dave from the Cornbread Nation. Humpday views from the Cornbread Nation. Robert and Dave from the Rock Hall of Fame. Humpday views from the Cornbread Nation. Robert and Dave on the Humpday Show. We're talking all out of Southern Fried Nation. We're talking all out of Cornbread Nation. Robert and Dave from the Rock Hall of Fame. Robert and Dave from the Cornbread Nation. Humpday views from the Cornbread Nation. Humpday views from the Cornbread Nation. Humpday views from the Cornbread Nation. Robert and Dave on the Humpday Show.
And good evening. Welcome to Humpday Views. I am your host, Dave in the AM, aka the Cornbread Man. I hope you've had a great day. Stay cool as you can. It's brutal. Hopefully we'll be getting a lot better, or at least a little bit better, in the days ahead. Pretty rough out there. Good evening, Barry. Good evening, Miss Jen. We did survive. A very busy day. Lots of stuff going on. Good stuff. No bad. Thankful for that. Rob will not be with us now. I don't think. I think he went to bed. He was extremely tired. I think his intentions was to join me tomorrow night. So was gone all day. And so you only have so much gas in the tank. So it'll be, you're stuck with me tonight. And we'll have some fun on our Hump Day Views. I do have a kind of a question I want to throw out there. Just curiosity. I'm not fishing for anything. Just popped in my head. I said, well, why don't we just throw it out there and see for the Hump Day Views part? And hopefully my Wi-Fi will hold. Wi-Fi's have been horrible in this area. I've talked to a lot of people. I think I'm going to call them tomorrow. I've done everything on my end. It kind of comes and goes and does fair, but I think I think they got problems. Maybe somebody's is great. Mine's all over the place, and so hopefully that'll be good. And then our Southern Fried vent in the second hour, we'll close down everything but Rumble, and we'll vent. We'll just vent away. We'll just have us a good old vent party, and we might hear some special vents in the second half of that show. Appreciate all the followers and everything. We're seeing a big uptick across the board. Lots more people contacting us, and that's neat. It's keeping us very busy. We like that. We've had a few people join the email, the Breadhead newsletter. I don't even like to call it email. It's really the Breadhead newsletter. That one will be coming out again for this week soon. Was just we say once a week, so that could be any time during the week. I wanted to wait. There's a couple of things I want to add to it. If you're not signed up for the Breadhead newsletter and you do not have a Rumble channel, why not? Make it happen. Download that Rumble free Rumble, bumbling, stumbling, however you want to say it, app. If I get my words out, and become a part of a great community. Protected free speech. Just great people all the way across the board. You're going to find a lot of people to watch, not just us. And if you want to go premium, you can do that during our show. It's really affordable. And then you don't get commercials on replays and stuff like that. And you're supporting the Southern Fried. Patriot Mobile, don't forget, promo code Cornbread. And our Mammoth Nation half price sale, $125 on lifetime membership. I plan to live a long time. I took that lifetime. I took that on faith. I plan to live a long time. Oh my goodness. Forgot what I was going to say. Really enjoyed the morning show this morning. They had me just killed me in the end of it. I think I killed myself. And then I went online and throughout the day, and I was looking at the pictures of Zelensky standing there. He don't have his little military outfit on, but he's got this black suit. I mean, it's not even a suit. Like there's no tie. He always has to do it different. Steve popped in at the end because I mentioned AOC. Truth be known, he popped in at the very end because I made a AOC comment about having them jumping on the president about his filthy mouth, and I said like all them ain't got a filthy mouth, and I mentioned her by name, and he came running. It's like a magnet. So he was on, but Zelensky's over there. He's got this. They got him in between these two women, and he's standing. He looks all stiff as a board anyway. I think he's trying to look taller, you know. Nothing against vertically challenged people. I just don't like this dude. And he's I am. It's me, myself, I, and y'all. Rob's out tonight. He'll be back tomorrow. But Zelensky's standing there. You're welcome to come up, Miss Elizabeth. You may not feel like it, but if you want to, you're more than happy, more than willing, or more than welcome. What's the word I'm looking for? This heat's got my mouth all messed up. I can't speak. He's standing there in a black on black outfit, looking like a mortician. I mean, and he's looking all stiff because I think he's trying to stand taller. And he's over there with his hat in his hand. I mean, you know he is. I mean, what and why? Why is this loser? I'm sorry, I don't care if people like it or not. It's not. It's an early event. It's an early event. I've saved some. It's an early event. But why is this loser getting in the official picture? He's not a NATO member, and he's not going to be. Why would they do that? Who decided that? I mean. Has somebody not got I mean, why didn't Trump even say, hey, you're not supposed to be in the picture. Get out. All right, I'll send you a link. He's standing there right in the middle, like, and he's got center stage of this thing, like he belongs or something. And I'm like, what is this clown doing? I mean, you know, you go somewhere and you're not in the fraternity. I mean, you don't get the official picture. I just don't understand that. Like, why does this guy think he belongs there? I got to find your name somewhere. Oh, hello, Taurus. Just see you out there. There we go. I would have had him. I'd have had the photographer call him out. Like, what are you doing, Jack? Jack Leg? I'd call him, you know, hey, man, you're not in the club. Stand to the side. You want to help take the picture? And he just can't do it right. I mean, like, he can't put a tie on. All these leaders, and they've got the different colored shirt, you know, a little color. They got the dark suits with a lighter colored shirt and tie. I mean, looking nice. Here comes this clown in a black on black suit. He looks like I said, he looks like a mortician. And I'll try to get this. There we go. I always let Robert fool with the cameras. I don't never. It don't matter to me. But whenever I try to go big, usually me and Dean, I got them all over the place. But that time it worked. But this clown's got this black on black suit, black beard. I mean, he has no business being in that picture. None.
Who was he?
Zelensky from Ukraine. He's over at NATO, which I think it's over now. And it basically was a meeting to get the money.
Why didn't somebody just shoot him while he was there?
I mean, he's such a loser. I mean, I just would like to see the guy bum rush out of there, like grab him up by the collar and his belt and just bum rush him out the door and say, and don't come back, you little bum.
Did they remove him from the picture?
Oh no, he got officially put out in the picture. Ukraine is not a NATO member. They're not. I'm
So
sure
they
they
let him.
did that.
They let him stay in the picture.
Yeah, I'm sure they did
Huh.
that just to tick off Vladimir. I'm sure. But why would you do that? I mean, images matter. They're important.
What
And this
kind of
guy,
idiots?
he's already come to the White House and showed his tail.
I know.
And he's over there begging. I mean, he's like, I said this morning, he's like the guy with the monkey with a hat out, doing tricks, which I'm sure he did some of them too. And he's over there,
You know where the guy is playing the little
yeah, he's got
what
the
the little
little music
yeah
box going on.
yeah.
That's Zelensky. He's over there, playing that little. I don't know. It'd be some European sound coming out of that one, And he's got the little hat there, He's waiting on world leaders to come by and go, "Oh yes, I know we've given you billions of dollars, but here's another billion." I can't stand him, man. I hate that guy.
I don't know
Hate
too
is
many
a
people
strong
that
word,
like him.
but I don't like him.
That's funny.
I love the way he burned the media. Are you talking about Trump or Zelensky? He called them scum on international TV. Which one are you talking about, Michael? Because I didn't see that. And Miss Jen says, "Hey, Elizabeth."
Hey, Miss Jen.
Miss Jen, you're welcome to come up too if you want to. I mean, I'm not excluding you. I don't know if I have contact info. Well, I guess I do. I don't know. I got email. You're welcome to come up. We're gonna have. I have a question that I want on the first part of the show. Update views. I thought it'd be interesting to get this down, and nobody's going to grade you on it. And I'm not looking for anything specific, but I'm just curious. I'm just curious, and don't cheat. Okay, she's eating. Hopefully not cat. Don't do that. Don't do that. How many? We total them up. How many pills do you take a day or in a week? How many?
Oh.
Not. You can. I guess you could throw a vitamin in there because that's like a daily. But how much medication do you take in a day or in a week? However you want to do it.
I can't count them.
Yeah, you can count vitamins.
No, I can't. I can't. I have my little pill thing right here. I can't count them right quick.
Sure. I meant that you can count the vitamins if you want to count vitamins because that's like a daily.
No, I don't do all those.
Oh, Trump called them out to their face. Okay. I might have saw a little news article. I was really busy today. Most work days are, but some days more than others. Miss Jen says 4 a day. 4
So
you got a 4.
No, I do more than that. Jeez. Let's see.
Now I do counting the vitamin, which I don't know if you should count it or not.
I probably got you all beat. Let's see.
I only take if you count the vitamin, I take 2 a day.
5
and 1 shot a week. You can count that too, because that's medication.
What if I had to take one twice a day?
It will count twice a day.
Oh,
some people take pills in the morning, pills at night, pills at middle of the day, all kinds of stuff. So I mean, that's how many do you take a day, and how many do you? Some people might want to figure it on a week. They might have it figured out that way. I know people like that.
11.
11 a day.
Yeah.
11 a day.
Yeah.
Michael says, meds, 3 vitamins, allergy medicine, 10.
Oh, see, I told y'all I might have you all beat. By one, Michael, by one.
Don't got this one beat. Mama's like 15 a day. Is that all at once or scattered out throughout the day? Does she have to sit? Now, I was watching my wife put pills. That's why I thought about it. She's putting all these pills out. She's got a little routine,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting here watching this. My wife has trouble swallowing now. And so I'm sitting here like, maybe you need to cut that pill up. That's a big pill. And she's having to take her pills with applesauce to help them slide down. Uh, AM and PM. Does that mean 15 at AM and 15 at PM, or
Probably means
all
she's
together?
taking them all together throughout the day. Is that right,
Barry,
Miss Ken?
Barry says I take 2, but I also have an insulin pump.
Mm,
Got you, man. That's that's ongoing.
yeah.
What is your does it do so many milligrams a day or a week or what? Yeah, as in I
Yeah,
guess
what
what
I
you
was
said.
saying. She's taking them throughout the day.
All throughout the day. Okay.
Yeah. And I don't take all of mine at once. I take some in the morning and some at night.
And you have a pill bottle that you keep that track so you don't forget that you've
Um,
loaded that up by the week, or
I have a sorry, I was changing my band-aids on my little toe on my toes that I messed up on my bike accident. I have Dave and Knievel. That's right. The bike warrior. I have a thing that does it by the week. And here I'll show it to you. Let me get up.
yeah, I'm just curious. I think it's interesting.
Yeah.
E-
I actually
Everybody's
have a
got
thing.
everybody's got
It's
something
like
going on with this. The older you get, wow.
it's like
Okay,
this, but it's for 2 weeks.
all
The
two
top
weeks.
2 rows is for a week, and the bottom 2 rows is for a week. Does that
Wow.
make sense?
Yeah. The
So
top 2 are all in
this
1 week,
yeah,
day
this
and
is
night.
my morning row. The yellow one is a morning. The pinkish one is for the night. Purple is a morning, and blue is night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Barry says seems like they should make it liquid be quicker. Most of mine is vitamins. Michael says, and Jen says I fix moms like that. Have you ever forgotten and got up and went, "Hey, I didn't take my medicine yesterday"?
Mm-hmm.
Like last night, I fell asleep or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I have. I have.
I thought it was funny, man. Daddy, you know that just made all the liberals mad. Michael
Honey,
says he quit taking 15 different medications this year. Good for you, man.
well, I'll tell you. I have my cat in the floor. He's rubbing around my legs. I know. Come on, come on, get up here. Come on. I saw where Trump dropped the big F-bomb to the
Yeah, I was
media.
like, Miss Kim of Kim's Coffee Talk was in this morning. We were laughing about it
I thought that
because,
was quite hilarious.
yeah, and all the
Um,
liberals were like, I can't believe the president spoke that way in front of the world. And like those losers haven't used their mouths
I
and the most
know
vile things, and they don't care who hears it. But now all of a sudden,
exactly.
they're sitting in church reading their Bible and acting like they're all good. Shut up.
They're such idiots.
I can't, I can't stand them. Oh my gosh.
Well, I'll tell you, since I've retired, and my goal is to come off of some of those medicines because I won't be under the stress and the
Good for you.
anxiety. When I took some time off before, I took 2 years off, I was able to come off of some of that. But when I went back to teaching, I had to go back on it.
Yeah,
Does that not tell you something how stressful it is?
that's extremely sad that that's the
Yes.
case.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had to increase my blood pressure medicine. Yeah, I was like down to 20 milligrams a day. I had to increase it back up to 40. And I mean, it was crazy. So, yeah.
Food is medication. Your life will change. You can think that's true. Absolutely.
Yes. When
Absolutely.
you get back to using fresh foods and cooking for yourself every day instead of having to either eat eat out a lot or eating like school food or things like
Yeah.
that makes a huge difference.
Or we could all go to Vancouver and they don't
I
have any
know.
no fat people, and I'm saying for
Exactly.
myself.
or they'll send you to the fat camp till you get better.
Hey, you. Yeah. Hey, fat boy. On the van. We're taking you to fat camp. We're going to get you in shape, boy.
That's hilarious. I swear I did not see any overweight people. I swear. Come on. It was hilarious.
Yeah, Michael was talking about this morning. I've been looking at some of the comments he's made, and what a bunch of losers electing somebody like it. Somebody made a great comment about what happened on 9/11. Then they turn around and hire some for the job, or trying to vote somebody in like that for the job. Come on.
Wow.
But he's like this little rock star for him. Him and AOC. Steve's gonna get jealous. Him and AOC had a long embrace, like they hugged. I guess he was whispering in her ear or something. I'm gonna have to make sure Steve saw that. He's gonna get mad.
Ooh, where is Steve? We hadn't heard from him.
He's probably broadcasting. I don't know if he does
We hadn't heard from him in a while.
Wednesday night or what. Well, I heard from him this morning because I said AOC's name.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I mentioned that she had a filthy mouth, and he came running. He said, "What about AOC and a filthy mouth? You've got my heart panting, Dave. What are you talking about?"
That's hilarious. That is hilarious.
Sorry, Michael. Michael said they've lost their minds and keep burying themselves in such sleep. Yeah, yep. Yeah, they all like to call him a tyrant. He's winning.
Well, you know what's so funny is they call Trump a tyrant, but they forget about when Obama sent, what was it, 1.5 million over to Iran to help start.
I believe that was like $1 billion or something.
Oh,
all I know is it was a pallet load of cash. I don't remember the exact denominations of it, but it's a lot of money. It's more than I'll ever see in my lifetime.
Yeah.
And, we just sent them the pallet.
And
where'd they get a pallet of cash at? I'd like to know that.
I know. I'd like for a pallet of cash to be delivered to me. That'd be nice.
Broski says, "Stop eating fried food: bread, rice, potatoes, pasta, pork, most dairy. That's a great start."
Yeah. Well, I don't do fried foods anymore. I can't do fried food.
Like 10 billion.
That wouldn't surprise me either.
Well, Broski, those are great things. However, I asked the question: how many pills do you take? Is it 0? I'm just keep adding those in. But if you want to stay in this chat, you got to tell me how many pills.
Sorry, kitty.
He said 3 pallets for a bunch of losers. Our money.
Oh, please.
I think we ought to go claim it back. 0 pills for me. Good for you. Good
job.
What's first of cards ever playing? Well, he's mad at him.
Well, don't
sodas and sugar drinks.
I don't drink sodas. I haven't drunk a soda in probably 15 years.
Michael, we don't drink sodas in the South. Come on, man.
I don't drink pop either.
Sodas and
Coke.
pop.
Don't drink Coca-Cola either. I don't drink any of that. Honey, that's
sweet tea.
Well, I do drink an occasional sweet tea.
Okay.
But listen, I don't put a lot of sugar in mine.
I don't either. I have one every once in a while.
I mostly drink water.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're still paying for that, broski.
Yeah. And do y'all remember in 2008 when Hillary said, I believe it's when she was running, she said that in 2008 she would bomb Iran. I can show y'all. I have a clip I saved of that.
1 second, Miss Elizabeth.
She said it. Oh, I'm not good about talking with myself on here with everybody. And I don't know how to post the comments. That's on Dave. Usually Rob when he's on here. Oh, look, there's the kitty cat. He gets jealous. He's a bobtail. He's falling off everywhere. Let me look at the comments. All right, cat. Oh, yes, Barry, we have. Jen, let me tell you, when I was on that cruise, and when you go, if you ever go up north, they don't have sweet tea. And on that cruise, they didn't have sweet tea. Let me tell you, I was detoxed. I shouldn't have started drinking it again.
What? No
It was
sweet tea on the
horrible.
cruise?
No, never. I told them, I said, I can go back there and show y'all how to make it. I said, it won't take but a minute. I said, it's not hard. I promise it's not hard. Cat, quit.
Yes, sir, broski.
Quit.
And Barry says, fortunately, or is that unfortunately, I'm addicted to Diet Coke, aspartame, testifying.
Oh gosh, no, it don't. No, that's the worst thing for you. The worst.
Yes, sir. My pastor one time, his dad was an old coal miner, and he wasn't going to live past the age of, and he didn't, I don't think, 70 because of the black lung. But he was in a bad shape and almost near death, and his son went up there and worked to get him off all this medication. I think they got him down to 4 things versus like 30.
Oh wow.
And he recovered and lived 2 more years, quality life, until the lung cancer got him because of the black lung and everything, you know.
Mm.
Yes, sir, Mister J. He loves him some Diet Coke. He does. He's got the Diet Coke button there. You know, calls for Diet
Ooh.
Coke. My nephews went on a church trip to Kansas. They were looked at funny asking for sweet tea.
Mm-hmm. And out west, they don't have sweet tea either. When I went to Arizona one time, they don't have sweet tea out there either. I was like,
Diet Coke washes away the calories. The Coca-Cola Corporation would not lie.
oh my gosh, are y'all crazy?
What the heck is that?
Diet Coke. Listen at y'all. Come on, Kitty. Come on.
I don't really every once in a while Diet Coke, but I don't really do Diet Coke. I try not to do it. I do one a day for sure. I do it. More coffee and I drink a lot of water. But I've always heard Diet Coke gives you a belly. I don't know.
Listen, I don't do any of those. You know, let me tell you what happened. I prayed that the Lord would take that away from me, the urge to drink Coca-Colas and Pepsis and all that.
Yeah.
And he did, because you know what happened? I started getting migraine headaches every time I drink one.
Oh wow.
So I stopped drinking them. And after that, I didn't drink anymore. Just drink water. There's my
Drinking
water.
water. Well, I do have a water here in front of me, but I also have some coffee. But I will admit to have an occasional energy drink. Well, I used to never do them. I know it's not good for you. I just
No,
like the taste of them.
that stuff can burn both holes in your belly. It can. You know that, right?
I've heard the same thing about everything else.
Look, they ain't none of it good for you. It's really not.
No, God's plan, water is always the best.
God put everything on this earth that we need.
Amen.
He did.
And there's some things that people do out there that are not good. He didn't put those there for that.
Well,
There's some things I'm trying to be nice. There's some things we don't need that
you
God
talking?
didn't put here.
I know you talking about dope. You talking
Well,
about
bad people take the bad and
they? You know, there's probably things that it was meant for, that God meant it for, that could be helpful to the body, but
yeah,
people have used it for bad things.
sure, absolutely.
Because I don't think God ever put anything on this earth that would be harmful to us. or that would hurt us, or he would have never. Michael.
I think that's a
Oh,
joke. He's
I
got the
hope
laughter out.
so. I hope so. Gee willikers, man. Well, then I guess I'm a redneck, honey. Born and raised.
Make some
Make
tea
some.
with black walnut hull and cloves and drink first thing in the morning on an empty stomach and your life will change. Yeah, I'll vomit first thing. What?
Now,
I'm just
listen,
kidding. But black walnut hull, that don't sound that don't sound as good as a Folgers, man.
listen, Brosky Bear. I do love me some hot tea.
Hey James, God, it's so good to hear from you. Sorry,
Hey,
Miss Elizabeth didn't
James.
interrupt you. He's been, he was in the hospital, recuperating home. I even contacted Killer Carr to make sure he's okay. I hadn't heard from him in a while. And I saw he was back to broadcasting. Lots of prayers for you, man. You're awesome. Thanks for coming by and saying hi.
Yes.
Get your rest. I hope you're doing well. We love you, man. We absolutely love you, and we're praying for you. I
Gets
mean that from
plenty
the
of
bottom of my
rest.
heart.
Man, as we
So,
get older, we gotta take longer to recuperate. I'm telling you.
oh yeah, James is awesome. Y'all that have Rumble channels, give him a follow. I'm sure most of you have. The Empty Pockets podcast. He's a straight shooter, and
I've
he's
been
just a
telling
good guy.
everybody about your podcast that they need to go listen to you.
Yeah, and we need to get his followers up. He's got lots to say. He does a movie night every Monday.
Really?
These old movies. I saw the post for it, but I don't know what your movie was for this week. He may already be gone to bed, but he does Monday night movie night or movie night on Monday night. Yes, and we have missed you, brother. But you know what? You take care of you, man. You take care of you. And whenever you're ready to come back, and you come on up, man. We'll put you on the screen because you good. You good people. And take care of yourself, man. Don't let the crazies up there in Ohio where you live.
No.
You gotta keep your eye on them, man. Them cat killers. He just tells it like it is.
The cat killers, the duck killers,
Yeah,
and the swan killers and the geese
it was
killers and
it was Death Race 2000. Seemed like I remember that, but I don't know if
oh,
I ever watched it. Death
I
Race
don't know that
2000.
movie.
But I'll tell you what I'll do, James. My promise to you. Good night, brother. I'm gonna go watch it. I'll watch it on your
Good
channel,
night,
man.
James. Feel
Take care,
better.
brother. Sweet, drink coffee after drinking coffee black. I do drink my coffee black. Time to act right. I don't even remember what you said. It was black
It was
walnut
black
hulls.
walnuts, hulls,
Where the heck am I
and
gonna get black
cloves.
walnut hulls?
You can get them in the woods. You need to go
I gotta go
foraging.
to the woods to round up my morning ritual.
No, you just go out with a pail and get a bunch. We
I
got
don't
black
even know if we
walnuts up
got
at
any
my house.
walnuts right around here where I live. And cloves? What the
You,
heck?
you can get those at the grocery store. You can get those
Black
at the grocery
hull.
store.
You can't buy the black walnuts and just eat the hull?
Listen, we got black walnuts up at my house, up in the big C. And
Okay.
when they start dropping, I'll bring you some. Some.
Excuse me.
We got black
Uh,
walnut.
people been
Dave,
sneezing around me all day.
listen, I'm gonna tell you what. So when I first got back from my trip, I was doing okay. I was feeling okay. I had some, but listen, I don't know if I caught something from the airplane or what, but I have been under the weather. Your grocery store, what happened? Really? Why not get fresh from the ground?
gonna try it, broski. I ain't scared. I'm gonna try it.
Okay.
But here's my promise to you: if it sucks, I'm calling you out.
That's funny. Put you some honey in it.
See, that don't make me want to drink it. What am I supposed to do? Pour it on my feet now? Rub my feet in it? Hey, but
No.
I will tell you, Killer Carl has the he's been promoting this God, I'm gonna mispronounce it. What they call it, apothecary type thing?
Apothecary.
Apothecary.
Mm-hmm.
And they've got this stuff at this one he promotes on his channel, and he claims, I love you, Killer Carl. I haven't tried it. He claims if you will rub this stuff on your feet, you'll sleep like a baby at night.
Oh.
Does something to the feet and just makes you sleep. I don't know.
Well,
I'm going to have to check it out.
listen, you know your feet. Have you ever been to a oh shoot. Now the name has just left my head. Oh doggone. I'll keep drinking. You do you, Brosky Bear.
That's right.
You do
That's
you,
right.
baby. The people that work not a person that does like a pedicure and things like that, but the people that do your feet and they tell like they'll do the bottom of your feet and they can actually tell you what's going on in your body just
Yeah, your feet
from
are important. I mean, I believe in
they
taking care
are,
of them.
and they can tell you what is actually going on in your body from your points and your pressure points in your feet, and all of that.
Well, your eyes as well.
Yes, but there's certain parts of your feet that works with certain parts of your intestines, your heart, your sinuses, and all of that. If any of y'all in the chat knows what those are called, put it in there. I can't remember. Um, oh, they're selling magnesium spray. Yes.
I don't think that's what he said, but I'm not saying that don't work.
Yeah. Yes. But
Well, maybe it
anyway,
eats a hole in your stomach too.
I doubt it. But anyway, if you go to one of them, I'm telling you, and make a difference, a big difference. They got one down in Dalton.
All
Where
right, I got questions here. So I got to get the tea.
do the
Barry.
tea.
What kind of tea? Just tea? Green tea? Regular
No,
tea?
there's tea for all kinds of stuff.
Well, he
It
wants me
is
to put
not Barry.
these black walnut hulls in. What kind of tea though? It's just there's all kinds of teas. It's like coffee. What does it matter? It's a hot tea. I'm assuming you boil it together. Is it packed?
Yes.
Okay, so I just get rid of Lipton tea.
No.
Oh,
You can't do Lipton tea.
that's tea.
No. Because listen, you have to do you can't just do Lipton tea. Listen, man. Get Barry's comment off the screen. It is
Oh,
not
I'm sorry.
a fetish. My gosh. You can't do just dear heavens. Let me go to the car. I gotta show you some tea I bought in Vancouver. I gotta get it out of the car.
Now he says you make the tea out of the black walnut hulls and cloves. So we don't even have to buy the tea. So you're saying, I guess, water, and you put the black holes in there and the cloves and boil it, and drink a hot tea. Oh, there it is. I see it. Boil the water and add it to the ingredients.
Yes.
Okay. Well, when you say tea, I'm thinking, Lipton tea.
No. And you can buy tea bags off of Amazon. Just for your like tea bags that you can add stuff to.
You can rub castor oil around.
Oh dear heavens. We're getting way off subject now. Dear
I have never
Jesus.
heard this in my life, Michael. What the heck?
Castor oil around your belly button. Oh,
For
we're
your
gonna have to
bowels?
have it.
Where do
We're
you
gonna have
rub
to
it?
have an education night for you.
Where, where do
Let
you
me
rub it
stop.
for your bowels?
You can do an actual. You can actually do a castor oil uh crap. Um,
It helps. There's a list of different stuff to put there for different ailments. Put where?
you
You
could do
said
a compress, like pour a little um.
I'm
Dear
sorry, I'm calling
heaven.
y'all out. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my
It is
life.
not. No,
Come on,
I got to go back in. It's
belly
hot.
button.
You put it. Actually, you put it in your belly button. Not on. You put it in your belly button. Oh dear heavens, it's hot
Are you
outside.
kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you.
What? So he says that helps your bowels from your belly button.
Yes, but it also can help a lot of other things. But listen, like if you have,
We went from foot fetish to bowels.
it is not a foot
Belly button
fetish.
bowels.
It is not a foot fetish. But listen, if you have, again, heavens, no OMG, nobody. Listen, if you have, let's say that you have a lump.
Okay, listen.
Okay, let's say that you have a lump on your hand or on your leg, and you're not 100% sure what it is, but you've gone to the doctor. The doctor says, oh, it's just a small little lump. It'll be fine. Don't bother it. It won't hurt you. You can do a castor oil pack. You pour castor oil on say a sterile pack, and you put it on there and you leave it, and keep doing it over and over and over, and that lump will be gone. I'm gonna start sending you some videos, Dave.
Look at that comment.
What if you? What if you're an Audi? Just put it on the doggone belly button, any or outie. It don't matter. Dear Jesus.
Barry, what the heck is that?
It's called steeping tea. What?
Oh no.
What the
My
heck,
God.
Barry? It's called steeping tea. You could put the hose on the ground and jump up and down. I
Oh
don't even
man.
get that one, Barry.
I don't know.
I don't get it.
All right, I gotta buy a French press now for $20. I can use
No,
the
you
loose
don't.
ingredients.
No, you don't. So look, oh, my 10
Oh
is
my
messed
God.
up.
Michael's
Doggone.
give us some sort of an address here. What kind of address is that? A.cot.
I don't know. I don't know. But look, my little 10 is messed up. Now I'm mad at myself.
If
Okay.
it's a lump on your head, you need to avoid the kitchen when your wife's there.
Dear Jesus. So look, I went into a Chinese tea place when I was in Vancouver at the Chinese in the Chinese part of town. And I told them that I have a lot of stomach issues and I could not pronounce this tea. But I bought my tin is messed up. I had to fix it. But I bought this tea and it's for stomach issues. So I'm gonna cut it open. Gotta find my scissors now. Dear Jesus. I'm all over the place tonight.
Hey, broski. If it if it involves a banjo, I don't want nothing the heck to do with it.
Me either. I ain't no banjo and nothing. And if you got to squeal like a pig, I ain't doing that either. Count me
Yeah,
out.
you're killing me.
Count me out.
I swear, this show has went in a direction I never did think it would go.
Dear heaven.
My God.
Well, it's your fault you started to talk on medicine.
Yeah, but I didn't know it was going to start talking about belly button healings. The walnut
Okay.
hulls, and you jump up and down them to make.
I don't know what Barry's talking about.
This sounds
So
like a tribal dancer.
I know. I don't agree with that now, Barry. Okay. So look, this is the tea. Okay.
It looks like hash.
It is not. So
Sorry.
you don't get me coughing and I won't be able to quit. So you put it in the little teapot that, like my little teapot has a little strainer thing in it.
Is this like the song "I'm a Little Teapot"?
No, it's nothing like that. Trust me.
Okay.
You put it on there or in there, and then you pour your water over it and you let it steep. You
All
don't,
right.
this tea, you don't have to let it steep very long and you can start drinking it. And it's very good. You don't have to add anything to it, but it helps relieve cramping in your stomach. It helps relieve, anything that's bothering your stomach. Okay. And so, Western medicine, they
Oh,
have a lot of cures for a lot of things when it comes to like teas and things like that. Um, so listen to Brosky Bear. He knows what he's talking about as far as the tea stuff.
oh. Well, it did come from Vancouver. I mean,
Well, but it came from Chinatown, from the
even
from
more,
the
even more so.
come from Chinatown, and it came from a legitimate Chinese place.
Hey, I used to run around with a lot of guys that had legitimate enterprises as well, and they came in little containers like that.
Oh my gosh. No, this one is legitimate.
There was also some rolling paper stuffed.
This one don't have no, you can't smoke this. You don't smoke this. That
I'm sorry.
that's hard. It's not loose.
Okay,
It's hard. It's not loose.
we know what you're talking about. Elizabeth needs some. Oh, she is coughing.
I am coughing.
Lebanese hash.
Huh. I don't know if I trust anything from over there right now. I got me some thieves cough drops.
Oh man, y'all are killing me. Way back when Barry brought up feet, there was two things I was going to say, and they've totally just killed me for the rest of the time. Let me get it out real quick. I was going to say two things about feet. One, I know you need to take care of them, and two is I think they're ugly creatures, and most people shouldn't show their feet. I can't stand it. Feet are ugly.
My feet ain't ugly.
Well, maybe not yours, Miss Elizabeth. Most people's feet are ugly. They got gnarled up toes and they got growths coming out of them and scaly skin and people say except babies. Babies are good.
I kept my cute feet. Brosky.
Oh, wow.
Listen.
So this place didn't sell Chinese food, just Chinese herbs.
Yes.
Okay, I want to make sure. I want to make sure I couldn't go over here to the China Moon and say, "Hey, I want to order some tea."
No, I wouldn't do that.
I love it. Oh
No,
my
I
goodness.
don't do that. It comes from the Yunnan province. It's a post oxidizing tea.
I'm gonna try the black walnut hull tea. I'm gonna try it.
Okay.
It reminds me of Charles in MASH when he went to the little Korean witch doctor or whatever he was, and the guy had something for a tooth hurting, and he made it in the tent there, and he throwed it out because it stunk so bad and tasted so bad, and that was supposed to be out of roots and stuff and berries and whatever else. So,
Well, listen, on my property that I have up in the big C, in Northwest Georgia, I'm making an edible food forest. And I've got stuff that I'm gonna plant like that can be made into teas.
cool,
Yeah.
very nice. I listen. I believe y'all, but I'll be honest with you. I'm not doing the castor oil belly button thing or anything close to that.
You need to take Lynn down to Dalton to that place close to TJ Maxx and then let them do her feet. They might
Yeah, I do need to. She does need to have that. My
they might
feet, he
tell her
says.
more that's wrong with her than the doctors could.
That sounds like a ogre's feeders. Oh, I'm serious. The older people get, the more they want to show their feet.
Look, I wear size 10. I got big feet for a woman. And I'm only 5'2". I think I should have been taller to fit my feet.
I'm not eating that either, Barry.
Oh,
Kudzu.
it is
That's
edible.
what goats eat. They put goats on the side of the hills right here eating kudzu.
They need to. They need to let them eat it all. That's what they need to do.
Y'all are killing me, man.
But there's some things that you can eat, but if you don't fix it right, it can be poisonous.
Exactly. So, like I don't want to die.
Like,
What happened? What happened to him? He boiled the tea instead of letting it steep or whatever.
no, I'm talking about, oh, doggone. It's not kudzu, but it's in that same family.
Yeah, like there's
Do you
things
know?
you shouldn't eat out of the forest.
Do you know what I'm talking about? It's not kudzu, but it grows on a
Poke
stalk.
salad.
Poke salad, yes, poke
I don't
salad.
eat. I've never eaten that in my life.
If you don't cook poke salad right, or if you don't pick it at the right time, it can be poisonous.
See, that's why I don't want nothing to do with that. Why do I want to take the chance? Kudzu is salad. They have kudzu festival. Well, yeah, poke salad. I'm not eating that. I'm good with a regular salad.
Have you ever
I'm not
had
eating poke salad. What?
ramps? RAMPS, ramps that grows wild in the woods.
No, I have not.
Do you know what they are?
No, I do not.
Ramps is like a wild onion. The bottom part is, but the top part is a wild, kind of like a wild leek.
I don't eat leeks. So.
Let me tell you something. Leeks are good. I found that I like leeks on the boat. I like
What's a leek supposed to do for you?
I don't know, but it was good.
Makes you full.
And it was fixed in like a cream sauce with these little shrimp.
Oh,
And they had the salmon sitting on top of it. And it sure was good.
see, I can't eat none of that. Now, Rob probably
Why?
could. I don't
Why?
like. I don't like most seafood unless it's done the wrong way, which is bad for you. So I generally stay away from it.
You like it not cooked?
No, I like it deep fried, which is bad for you.
Oh my gosh.
I don't eat fish. I don't like seafood, really. I don't.
Let me tell you what, if you go to Alaska and have it done the right way and eat fresh from the ocean seafood, that's not wild caught or anything, you would change your mind. I'm telling you, this stuff we get around here, no.
Well, I got to have my Vidalia from time to time. Barry is on a roll
Barry's on a
tonight.
roll tonight. Barry is on a roll. Yes, they do, Barry. I wouldn't mind going to that too.
Is that like a ramp you drive on, or this ramps you're talking about eating?
No, talking about the kind you eat.
I ain't eating rutabagas either.
Why?
That's disgusting, broski. Disgusting. Come on, man. I'll stick with vegetables. I ain't eating that crap.
Oh no, no, I ain't eating raw fish.
That's horrible.
Mm-mm.
Horrible.
In fact, I got a dish that I didn't know what it really was on the boat, and I said, okay, I'll try it. I took one little bite, and I actually put the bite back on my fork and put it back on the plate.
See, I'm not adventurous like that. If I don't know what it is, I'm out.
I was like, mm-mm. And the
Ain't
guy
no way.
asked me, he said, you didn't like it? I said, no, it was nasty. I said, just bring me my shrimp cocktail.
You got it, brother. I don't eat that stuff.
No, I don't.
No, I don't eat no sushi.
Mm-mm.
I don't eat no lobster. I don't eat no clams, crabs, none of that stuff.
Lobster and clams are good.
Oh, I don't even like the smell of that stuff.
Now, you've never had a fried clam?
Now, I can also say I have not.
Oh, fried clams are good.
But see, fried's not good for you.
I know, but they're good.
So I'm not supposed to eat it. So it's not good for you.
I know, but they're good. They really are.
I'm not
Yes,
eating.
you can get them at Captain D's.
Clams look like something I threw up or something. I mean,
No, they don't. That is oyster.
Oh,
That's oysters. Oysters are nasty.
what's a clam?
I don't know. I don't want to look at it, and I don't want to look it up, but they are good. They're good.
I don't eat no clams.
You got to go to Wendy's, Captain D's, and try it one time.
That's fast
They're
food.
fried. They're fried. Just get a side order.
No, it's not, Michael. No.
It is too, Michael. I like clam chowder.
Oh my gosh, you're killing me. These things are disgusting.
No, they're not.
Sea urchin. See, I'm not eating that crap.
I'll never try to sea urchin.
Oh man, I just can't. I remember when the Hungry Fisherman was open in East Ridge. Big seafood place, and dipping in tartar sauce. I don't like tartar sauce.
I don't either.
I walked in that place to eat. Everybody been bragging about it. And I walked in and smelled all that seafood, and I was like, I only stayed because my wife really wanted to eat there. She never ate there. It was horrible for me. You know, it's crazy, but you know my favorite thing to eat if you're eating seafood and it's not seafood is the hush puppies.
Oh, I love hush puppies.
I could eat hush puppies all day. I like them. It's not good for you, but I like them.
I like them too.
I dip them in ketchup.
I do too.
That's my favorite thing.
The
little fries on the side, I'm good.
Oh no, the little crackling things.
Oh, I like that too.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's the best. It's not good for you, but I like it. Maybe
I could
next
eat the,
time I eat it, I'll just have to get some castor oil and rub on my belly button or in my belly button or something. Calm my belly down, my burning belly.
we could fix you some tea.
I'd have to get a pop.
Let you drink it first and then eat.
I bet you do. Now, does your hush puppies have a little bite to them, or just regular hush puppies?
I like regular hush puppies. I don't like them with bite.
I've had them both ways. I don't like hot stuff, so I like them regular. I have had them that way, and I can eat them, but I'm not a huge fan of the bite. Ones that's got little. I guess they put a little jalapeno in there or something. But yeah, my neighbor made all his food hot, so I had everything you could have under the sun hot. But I ate with him because that's the way he did it. No bite, cause of mom.
Mm.
No bite. But I like them. Simple to make.
Well, I'm going to pick up the U-Haul Friday and got 2 movers coming.
Yay! Getting back home. I like it.
I can't wait.
I like it. So one trip?
I hope so. Because all I've got is boxes. I'm not moving any furniture. The
Should be good.
lady next door is looking at the furniture for her son.
Good deal.
I know. I can't wait.
Get back up here in God's country.
I know. Out of Satan's country, let me tell you. That's what it feels like down here.
No doubt. No doubt. Well, it's 9 bells, folks. We're going to run a quick commercial, refill the coffee cup or mug or can or whatever. Miss Elizabeth's going to put on some tea and
No, I'm going to
do
drink
the
my
Chinese.
water.
Is she going to drink water? Oh, she's just sniffing the tea. Does it smell good?
It don't smell bad. Let's see. Really don't have a smell. I took a big whiff right there. Did you see the bag go in?
It's got coffee beans around it to kind of enter the smell.
Look. It don't. The bag's sucked in, so I mean, it don't have a smell.
Interesting. What good's that? All right, folks. Let me run this. I'm gonna run a Robert special. I haven't seen this. It's a little long. We might have to close it and finish it up at the end. But he's talking about the Ag Fest. We'll be right back. See you in just a minute or 2 or 3 or 4.
Well, good evening, afternoon, night, whichever it is, or morning, it don't matter. I'm Rob from the Southern Fried Podcast. One of the things Dave and I really, really love to do is highlight things that are totally and completely Southern, especially here in Georgia. Just to let y'all know, we have another special event coming up that we are going to, the Sowega Ag Fest. Now, I know you've heard me talk about it on the show, but, I just want to remind everybody in this area that, and even beyond, that this is one of the greatest things about Georgia is we really appreciate the farmers and the people and the amount of work, the strengths of their life. I mean, we appreciate what our farmers do, all of them. And we have the Sowega Ag Fest coming up here in Camilla, Georgia. And Camilla's close to everywhere. Y'all come on out, help them celebrate. Let's celebrate Southwest Georgia agriculture. I mean, Sowega, Southwest Georgia. It's a very special place. It's great. All the people that live here are just wonderful. We think the world of all of them. We want everybody to come out and help celebrate the farmers. And we really appreciate you guys. Y'all do a lot of hard work and you're very underappreciated at times. And it's just so nice to celebrate just the history and the people that make this area great. I'm going to throw this schedule of events up. The Sowega Ag Fest will actually begin on Saturday, July the 12th. They're going to have an AgFest parade. The motto is going to be from the ground up, starting at 9:30 a.m. That's going to also have the Sawega Arts AgFest art show and dinner at 7:30 p.m. that night. On Sunday, July the 13th, the next day, they're going to have a Sawega AgFest bake-off. And I'm going to tell y'all something right now. Let me tell you eye to eye, face to face, you're going to want to buy some tokens for this one because you're going to want to try everything that's out there. Because let me tell you something, these farmers are hard workers, and these women folk that are out there with them, their wives, their mothers, their grandparents, everybody, aunts, uncles, daughters, children, whoa, they can cook. You're going to want to get some tokens for this. The following 13th, on July the 17th, they're going to have a Mitchell Baker Farmer Appreciation Dinner at 7 p.m. Hey, absolutely. Y'all deserve this. You farmers, y'all get there. On Saturday, July the 19th, we're going to have the Sawega AgFest Barbecue Chicken Cook-Off. You're also going to have the Sawega AgFest Festival. The vendors are lining up to get in there for this one. Also, we're going to be there. Yes, Southern Fried Podcast is going to be dropping in. We're going to be a part. Come by and say hi to me and Dave, and just come on there and say hi if you want to. Come on out. We're going to be going around talking to folks. We're going to be interviewing the vendors. We're going to go out there and sample some of that barbecue chicken too. You can believe that. Because we're some big old boys. And so we're going to be at the Sawega Ag Festival. It's going to be running from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. Now, the chicken cook-off is going to start at 8 a.m. So I'm pretty sure some of that chicken's going to be ready there. So, hey, what a lunch. Now, the following Saturday, what better way to celebrate agriculture than having a beauty pageant? We got some beauty queens down here. Let me go ahead and tell you. But we got on the 26th, which is the next Saturday, we have the Sawega AgFest Baby and Junior Miss Pageant starting at 2 p.m. And then we're going to have the Sawega AgFest Teen and Miss Pageant starting at 6 p.m. Now, y'all, come on. You know that's going to be fun. So y'all save these dates. Y'all make time in your schedule to get out and check these things out because this is going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of celebration. It's celebrating our farmers. It's celebrating Sawega, Georgia. Y'all come on. There's a contact number down there at the bottom for event applications, or if you have any questions, or you can contact SawegaAgFest@gmail.com, or you can email us directly here at Southern Fried Podcast at yahoo.com. If you need more information, your first and best bet will be to reach out to them. But if something happens and you need to, or whatever, and you want to contact us, that'll be just fine. We will get you the information as well. So y'all come on out to the Sawega Ag Fest in Camilla, Georgia, and let's just celebrate this, our farmers and our whole state. Y'all come on. You'll be glad you did. You won't regret any of it. So, hey, thanks for giving me a little bit of your time. Y'all come on out to see Dave and myself on the 19th. Y'all come on out to the Ag Fest. It starts early, and, it's going to actually be starting on the 12th. The week before is when it starts. So y'all come on, let's celebrate it. It's going to be fun, and I think you'll all enjoy it. Come on down for some Southern hospitality in Camilla, Georgia. And to all you farmers, we give you a great old big salute and thank you for all that you do. We'll see you soon.
And we're back. So Robert did make it to the show.
Yeah.
He called me and told me that he cut that, and I hadn't even watched it yet. I've been busy all day. It was after this morning show, so I didn't have an opportunity to even. That's the first time I've saw it. So, but anyway, yeah, we're looking forward to being down there. They said that the organizer told Rob that people have saw the ads on our show, so we got some people watching that are down that way, somehow connected. So good deal. we like to announce stuff. We've always done that, and especially things we're going to be a part of. Now we're also in the fall going to be a part of Green Ice Festival up here. We've still got to officially lock in, but I talked to the guy right after the last year's. He asked me. We kind of ran into each other at a cryptid talk at a state park, and he asked me if I was going to be involved. I said absolutely. He recognized me from the videos we'd done. When I went out there and interviewed some people, we weren't officially a part of it. We're going to be officially a part of it. We hope to do another one as well, somewhere up this way. Could even be east of here. Could be in Alabama. This whole quadrant, Tennessee, the south eastern Tennessee. There's a lot of areas that we could do. There's a lot of festivals. So what I'd like to do is go to the Apple Festival.
Oh,
over at
wow.
LJ. That would be cool. Yeah,
That was a huge one.
that's a big one, but we'll see. We'll see. There's so many. Somebody said we should do the Cornbread Festival because of our cornbread affiliations and stuff, but it's already happened for this year. But we'll see. In the news, we're going to jump on Vince, but I do want to mention this. In the news, two long-time murder situations where one was settled and one there was arrest made in one. I don't know if you remember this, Elizabeth. Remember the road rage? It was a little bit earlier this month, but they announced it today. Look, road rage on Chickamauga, the Dollar General. The guy gets killed. They was kind of arguing back and forth. The guy was convicted on that. And then the case where the guy shot, or that's the allegation, somebody shot him, shot the hairdresser. That guy was arrested today after several years. Long time cases that were going on. One was settled, and I think tomorrow the guy finds out what he gets out of that. They didn't get him for the most violent or the heaviest charges, but they also arrested the other guy. They had arrested him before, but the case, they said they released him to finish further investigation. I think the case needed a lot of stuff. I think they're dealing with a lot of different kinds of evidences.
Mm-hmm.
So it's taken a long time. I'm sure he thought he was going to get away with it, and he may still. Got to go to trial. Michael, she's moving to God's country, North Georgia.
Up close to you guys.
Yeah, that's where she's going to be. All right. Load up them vents, folks. It is the time of our vent, Southern Fried Vent. What is your vents tonight? What do you want to vent about? What is my first one I already got off my chest was Zelensky showing up to NATO in his little black mortician suit and getting the official picture. So Zelensky's my first vent of the night. The guy's an idiot. I can't stand that guy. Sorry. Just not going to be nice about it. I think the guy's horrible. I just don't care for him. Like he's always got his hand out. He's always begging. He's not even the president said he was not nice at this event. Like he's not even supposed to be there. Not really. He's not supposed to be in the official picture. He doesn't wear the right clothes yet again. It's not a regular suit. And I'm sure that he had his hand out asking for money. Anyway, sorry, I don't care for him. I appreciate some of my fellow coworkers watching on the Facebook side. Shout out to y'all. And I hope you're having a great night. And stay cool. Barry, we'll give you one more love. Love hush puppies, yes. But what's your vent? We want to hear your vent. This is the Southern Fried Vent. We have moved on. Elizabeth they need to do something about the bikes in Vancouver.
No electric bikes.
The electric bikes are killers. Don't ride the electric bikes in Vancouver, Canada.
Mm-mm.
They're horrible. And what was the other thing you were venting about on the ship?
My bag.
Your bag, the bag,
Yes,
yeah, the bag,
from
yeah.
Nomad Lane.
Yeah, Nomad, yeah, that was for Monday night. We were talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't do you right. So that's a vent, absolutely. And because we all do, I'm gonna vent about the weather. It's just too dang hot.
It is. It's miserable. You can't do nothing.
It's just
Can't
too
go
hot.
outside. Can't. No.
I hate to go out to my car, truck, whatever, and you have to have on heat gloves just to touch your steering wheel.
Oh, I know.
I know you could crack your windows, but still, it's going to be hot. I
And
mean, my goodness.
cracking those windows ain't gonna do nothing. Not a doggone thing. I mean, good heavens.
Uh-oh. Broski Bear says, my vent, as Vol says, here he goes, thinking their team is good. They're not. They run a fun and gun gimmick offense, and they will never amount to a hill of beans, but their fans think they're great. That's a pretty good vent, man.
Mm-hmm.
They ought to fire up somebody. Just for the full disclosure, Broski is I think he's a Ohio State fan or something. So
Are you from Ohio? Broski
he's Philly.
Oh, he's a Philly. He's from Philly.
Yeah. Miss Jen says, yes, it's so hot. She's venting. Michael, I got aggravated because Dr. Jill's assistant don't want to testify about Biden. He's a guilty POS. Penn State. Oh, okay. That's right, Penn State. I thought he was Ohio State. I'm sorry. I think I might have slid that in on purpose. So
Oh.
he's been bragging.
Shame on you.
But I will agree with you there, Broski. I will agree with you that they do tend to do that. Now, I know some Vol fans that don't do that. They want to. You can see it within them. They want to do it, but they won't do it. They won't do it. They'll say, no.
Why would anybody want to be a Vols fan anyway?
Well, some people chose to go to school there.
Why?
That's some of them. That's not all of them.
I mean, good Lord.
Broski says, I live in Charlotte the last 13 years. I love the South. I love the Carolinas. Amen, brother.
Oh, yeah.
Amen, brother. Brother.
Oh, you
South
a true
is great.
Southern.
Absolutely.
You a Southern.
Yeah, you've been here that long. I mean,
we'll count you as a Southerner, honey.
Now, my church doesn't count that.
Huh?
They said no. I don't get grandfathered in.
I need to come talk to your church. That ain't right.
And, it's because, where I was born.
Oh, my heavens.
They said, no, you can't grandfather in to be a Southerner. But anyway. Yeah, but I also have another knock. They're mountain people and I'm Flatlander. So it's kind of, there's a couple things there.
We all live in the Appalachian area. Do I need to pull that out? I'm a teacher. I'm pull that out and show it to them.
When you are you bringing back any bad habits from that area you're living in? Like you're going to have to get out driving crazy aggressive, or
oh no,
or is there any something you got to leave down there?
Oh no, I probably taught some people some bad habits from up there. What you talking about?
Well, Michael, they just meant Yankee or Southern. We have a lot of fun with it. They would agree with that. Just that I'm not a true Southerner. True Christian, yes, but not a true Southerner. There you go. They were tough people then because that Stonewall Brigade was very, very tough. And they knew they had to be tough because he was tough and he wasn't gonna put up with any there'd be no yellow bellies in the brigade, we'll say that. General Forrest was another one. You didn't run out on him. He believed in making you more afraid of him than the enemy. So he would shoot you down for being a coward. No cowards in that army. But that's a high. I mean, that was which units? Do you remember that? I'm also going to vent tonight about. I know we say it a lot, but could the media just be any more showing who they're for? They will not give the president credit for not one thing that he gets done. Not one.
You know, I
Good, man.
remember when the media used to be non-biased. They used to just come on, report what needed to be reported. They would not choose sides and just report the news
Yeah.
like they were supposed to. And that's the way it should be.
I mean, they have cried about this strike on Iran. They've said there was no damage. It was all fake, and there was a little bit of damage, nothing. And they've been verifying through every source available that it was, obliterated. Broski, he corrected me. If you go to the Soldiers and Sailors system that you can look at the National Park Service, if you'll type their names in and just put it the Army of Northern Virginia, it should let you know, at least you can kind of drill that down. It should show you, actually. Got the names, Soldiers and Sailors, Memorial, something. It's through the National Park Service. They have hundreds of thousands of names and the units that they fought with. It's a great place to go look. So,
Oh, can you just put in a last name?
you can. It'll give you every last name that fought for. You can do both sides. You can do one side. You can do. I think you could break it down like Trans-Mississippi, or Tennessee, or Army of Northern Virginia. It's been a while since I've been there. I've done a lot of research, so it's a great one to kind of get your early look at where these folks were. If you know the counties they were from, it really narrows it down for you too. If you're not sure what you're looking for, that they pulled these units from, and then you can go pull the library records on them. They probably have some, especially that branch. You pull that, and you can get on microfilm. You can get like their unit, like where they did roll calls and stuff. I've got a ton of stuff like that from my ancestor. I've even got him on sick leave at Richmond. And he had to miss the train. He had to get a pass. He was trying to get back to his unit, 60th Georgia Infantry. But there's a wealth of information out there, even with the much that was lost through time. There's a lot of stuff. So,
And it's where again?
if you go to the National Park Service, I usually just type in Soldiers and Sailors. I think I can't remember that last part. I can look real quick. It's been a while since I've done it. Barry probably remember too. It's a broad system that has it's a database. Yeah, go to the National Park Soldiers and Sailors database. You pull it up, so it's like it's amazing. And it has a lot of check downs that you can do and trying to drill down. There is a ton of information, and it doesn't get in great detail. So if you're looking for like individual stuff, you're gonna have to do a deeper study. But it will definitely help you find that. So,
Okay.
and this is both sides. This is not just one side. So everybody had a Yankee in the family too. So Actually, mine were split. His brother fought for a while for the Union Cavalry, Tennessee Cavalry, I believe, if I remember right. But he got sick, ill, something, and couldn't go. Broski Bear, another vent. It's the pro-Muslim movement going on in the country, and the stupid libtards who think the Muslims wouldn't slaughter them for their beliefs. Okay. I understand. A lot of people are upset what they see happening. My mom has all the records. I can trace my family back a ways. I'll find out tomorrow. They were out of Winchester. Oh, that's some cool history, man. But if she's not done that deeper search, you could go to the Bicentennial Library or a library in town. Like we have the Bicentennial in our town. Just go to the big city library and you can look all that stuff up. They're pretty well all tied together. Now, some of them are going to have books, but the microfilm is what you're wanting. I'll tell you something cool I found. I was researching for a friend of mine that I used to work with. Hey, Zen Hendricks. Now, Zen Hendricks knows his family. His ancestor was at the Florence Stockade, Florence, Alabama. Zen's a guy I worked with on the face. He's on Facebook. He's telling me who's coming. And he did a lot of research. But I helped this guy I used to work with. He said, I don't know if I got any of them. I'm sure I got some Confederate ancestors, but I don't know. So I got some names from him. I found his great-great-granddad. He was from Middle Tennessee. This is a pretty funny story. So I found him pretty quickly, and I went to the library, and I found his record, a lot of his records. I got some stuff on him. And I also found in the state of Tennessee did a survey well after the war, and he filled it out. Some of them sent it back, some of them didn't. And he filled out the survey and he sent it back. And I was able to copy that down for him. And it told who he was, how many kids he had. By the way, he had 19 kids. And I'm going to tell you more about that in a minute. 19 kids. He was a farmer, obviously. He even told the size of his farm. He told the years he served, what battles he had. All this stuff was in the survey. So I was able to get him that. But when I looked at his official records, he was in the cavalry. And we even found out he camped at Tunnel Hill. And we actually did some metal detecting out there and found some old horseshoes and stuff from the period. And I said, man, you don't never know, man. That could have been off your ancestor's horse. Who knows? But what's funny, in the official records, he went AWOL a lot. Like, he never got bad trouble, but he'd get in some trouble. He'd be gone like 2 days. Like, they'd be camped, he'd take off. This happened every time he took off and went AWOL, apparently he had another kid.
Oh, my.
So I told you he had 19 kids. And they were scattered across the South. Because every time he went AWOL, he produced another one. So he was some kind of rounder, I want to tell you. And he thought that was pretty cool. A lot of cool history there. Sometimes it's hard to find stuff, but the more information you got and you do a good research. I've never got to go. I would love to go to the Georgia archives, and you have to be a little specific. It's hard to you just can't walk in and grab stuff, but I would love to do a deeper search in the state of Georgia at the archives. There's tons of stuff. The federal government kept a lot of records. The Confederates kept a lot of records. So we're pretty blessed. Now, some courthouses were burned on purpose, and a lot of stuff was lost on my mother's side. Hickman County, they burnt the courthouse there, Hickman County, Tennessee, and it's been really hard for me to find records there. What are you trying to say, Zen? That's your former coworker there. I don't know what he's trying to say. But you might want to message him on Facebook. But I love, I don't have the time. I haven't had it in years. But one of those things I want to do when I do retire is, besides podcasting and keep driving the media, I'm going to get back into some genealogy and really study. I've got a lot of stuff, but there's so much more. You can never search it out. And it's really cool. If I was a rich man, I'd go back to the old country and search up my family there. So there's a lot in England I could really get a hold of. So Zen thought that was funny, Michael.
That's funny. When
I'm sorry, I have my personal Facebook. I have a lot of followers on there, and thankfully, I appreciate it. It doesn't pull up into our chats here, but I do have it. And I can see that. I pull them up on my phone. So I'm trying to monitor that. Yeah, broski, you take care, brother. And
Uh,
just get you a big old Tennessee hat
oh
and
God,
just join
no.
them Vol fans
No, 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 no. You might get shot.
up there in
Uh,
North Carolina.
my dad started doing his side of the family tree. And that's why I was asking. But when I took it over, I also included my ex-husband's side and his mom's side and everything, and I started adding all that in. Well, when I started adding her side in, we discovered, as we started going back, we found an ancestor that fought in the war. Oh, but
Revolutionary.
yes.
Yeah. I have one ancestor that I know about, and it's kind of how my family ended up around here. Because the land lotteries, which happened to a lot of families, the Georgia land lotteries, if you served in the war, you got an extra draw. And that helped a lot of them get some property down this way. So
Hmm.
my family came in through Tobacco Road, basically North Carolina, Buncombe County. I've told stories about that going up there and meeting folks that I was kin to. We just never met each other. Down through Dahlonega on over into Walker County, which is where the farm was. For one branch of them, there's 2 or 3 farms, I'm sure. But if you go down Highway 95, that's the old Cordell Farm down there, and that's where my ancestor lived at the time. And he's buried up there in the cemetery, McIntyre Cemetery. And all those old families, and I work with people, they had families in the same area. It's a pretty interesting research. But then some of them went on over into DeKalb County, Alabama, and they just kept going west, some of them,
Hmm.
into Texas, Oklahoma, and then some of them on to California, which was, I'm sure, uh, this, I'm sure that a lot of people's families were like that. They were chasing better land to farm in, and there were land that opened up as you went west, and um, different reasons. The gold rush, I'm sure, got a lot of the fever up for going west and finding your fortune. That was a big deal at one time for a lot of families. Thank you, Barry. I didn't know that. Georgia Ball is free. Oops. I've traced my family through the Blue Ridge Mountains, but I'd be cautious about looking up in the old country like ours call it because my luck, I know them money.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. Um, but yeah, I love to do it. And what is great about it, because I was I was looking for particular things, but when you look for particular things, you find a lot of things that you
Yeah.
weren't expecting to find. And I found like these, I mean, Tinder kind of postings. Like I had a ancestor who was dying, and she has the family. The family's gathered around with the dad, and the family friend put this in the Walker County Messenger. They have, by the way, they have a great. You can get a lot of that. That goes back a long ways, and you can get. There's a lot of microfilm there, so that's where I found it was the actual paper, and she had put it in there, and she told her kids to mind their dad, to go to church, and always serve the Lord. And it was just this tender thing
Hmm.
that I wouldn't have known if I hadn't have done the genealogy.
Yeah.
And that's my family. I mean, we got the same blood cruising through our veins, and it just meant a lot to me to find that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You find people that died, and farming is a very dangerous thing, especially back then. And you find so many stories where people died farming. It was very
Hmm.
common. That disease took out a lot of people. So I just enjoy doing it. You can get absorbed into it, and you just can never. If you're really into it, you can never. It's like you have to make yourself stop.
You do.
Hours will go by. It's very addictive. It really, really is, because it's a treasure hunt, and you start looking, and you're thinking that next microfilm, and you find stuff on other people's families and stuff, and you pull that stuff down and you share it with them. And I just like to excite people about their family and the history, and it gives them a connection. Now, some people don't have that. Sadly, a lot of African Americans, there is a lot of history there, but we've lost a lot of history, obviously, because of slavery. Only known by first names. Most of the time took the last name of the family they were with. But there are a lot of resources out there. So there's actually a lot of good African American historical work being done in Walker County. I'd say they probably do it better than about anybody, except maybe up in like Richmond or something. There's a lot of information they have, and that's pretty cool. Barry says my ancestor was Henry Coball. He came over in 1752, fought in the Revolutionary War for Pennsylvania. When Peter Coball fought the Tennessee War of 1812 and got bounty land. That's another one. I didn't think about that. The Collins side of my family has a book of history, a coat of arms, and everybody has one if you can find that, or most families did.
Michael, my mom was a Collins. That's interesting.
That is interesting. Did they have big feet? Hey, he said he's got big feet. You said you got big feet.
That's funny.
Something going on. From what area?
My mom grew up in Dalton. My grandmother's name was Prudy. Prudence, Prudy. We call. Okay, so listen. You're gonna. At one point, my mother got a little prong little thing folder from somebody, and it had a bunch of information in it, and there was a picture, and my mother said, I think this was my great grandmother or something like that, and it was a picture of an Indian woman in there. And after I asked my mother, I said, Mom, can I have that? She said, well, I want to go through it some more. And after my mom died, I was never able to find that.
Oh, wow.
Never.
That's sad.
To add to the ancestry information.
Uh-oh. I think y'all cousins.
Yes. The Duckworth yes. Michael, we got to talk.
But y'all cousins.
We got to talk.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Zen, Zen came on. He was Santa. He was one of our very first interviewees. We haven't had him back on in a long time. I need to have Zen come back on and talk about history. He's got actual letters from his ancestor of the time period. But what I really want Zen to come on and talk about, and Zen, I don't know if you're still listening, brother, I want you to come on and talk about your brother-in-law.
Oh, wow.
I can't tell the story like him, but long story short, I showed up at his. I was in Benton Sons Confederate Veterans, and we showed up for a meeting, and Zen's there filming, and it's his brother-in-law giving the talk, and he thinks he's like a recreated. Who was it? Zen. Oh my goodness, the former governor of Georgia, right? I just went blank. If you're still there, pop that in the chat or on Facebook. But it's like he had this funny look on his face. Like, I'm like, what are you doing? And he goes, well, I'm filming my brother-in-law. He's kind of kooky. Don't hold it against me. This guy believed he went to a battlefield. He actually got on a TV show. He went to a battlefield and had some sort of vision or something. And he believes he is a recreated former Confederate general. I just went blank. I can't think of his name. Yes, Zen, John Gordon. Yeah, John Brown Gordon. And it's the funniest thing. Like he's showing like this sci-fi thing he was on where he had this event. They covered his story. He thinks he's got pains. And I'm probably telling us all wrong. Zen's gonna say he ain't telling it right. It's been a while. I've slept a few times since then, but he's got like these pains or something where he got shot because on the bloody lane where he got shot all them the 5 times or whatever. And this guy firmly believed it. Like he's not putting on. Like he firmly believed. He's a Yankee, by the way. And I'm sitting here watching all these guys just eating all this up, and I'm like, what the heck? Now, there was a couple of guys in the crowd that told me later, said, this guy's a kook. Zen was one of them. He sold his book, you know. But, hey, it was fun time for a night. It's fun time for a night.
Funny.
But I'm like, when he said, because I didn't know what the heck it was about. It wasn't our camp. It was like 2 camps coming together. We met at like a community room or something, if I remember right. And when he said he thought he was, that he was John Brown Gordon, I went, what did he just say? Michael says, some Collins.
I saw that. And my mom always said she had family up in Blairsville.
That's pretty amazing.
I know. Michael, do you have a Facebook account?
Y'all going to have, yeah, he does.
Okay, you got to friend me. So we can chat. Yeah.
That's pretty amazing. And that's how you share this stuff is you start, making those connections. And it's amazing how they connect. It's a small world when it comes right down to it. It's a really small world.
So like I did the 23andMe. I did the
I will, Michael. I'll send you his info, his email and stuff.
Okay. I did the genetic testing. And it tells you like where you came from and all that. Cat, quit scratching my leg.
Are you taking Robert's spot tonight? Like Chuck is not here to attack him, so you're getting attacked?
Yes. The cat's down there and he's scratching my leg. He's attacking my leg. I know, it's crazy.
I love you, Miss Elizabeth, but if that cat did a high dive, I'd have, just like Robert, I'd have to laugh if that ever happened. I'd make sure he is okay.
It was just laying there on the bed. And he was just, apparently I moved my leg the wrong way.
Barry, you're talking about stuff I've never done that. Never.
Me either.
Barry's done a lot of research in his life. He's kind of a hound dog for that kind of stuff. He's done a lot of research.
Of that comment. But anyway, on 23andMe, you can do your genetic information, and they'll tell you like where all over the world you're from. Yeah. Your genetics are. And that's really interesting that it tells you that you are your genetics are from this part of the world. You've got so much of it from this part of the world.
Well, so where were you from?
94.8% of mine was from Northern Europe area.
Okay.
And a lot of I had some Scandinavian in me, some like from England area, all of that. And it will tell you like if they've dug up anybody that they've dug up to do they've found their bones or whatever, if you're related to them. So like in certain areas they've dug up And it'll tell you on there, I'm related to 4 different Scandinavian people that they've dug up. They don't have names for them or
Oh,
any,
wow.
but I'm related to them.
Zen makes a great point, and I failed to mention this, and it's true. Um, you can research through the Mormons, the FamilySearch.org. It's free.
Uh huh.
They document all of the cemeteries and stuff. They've done a lot of work
Yeah.
in those things. So he's absolutely correct on that. And I just messed up. There it is. Um, I don't know what I did with the chat there, but he's right on that. And I've done a lot of research through that, and got to applaud them for the work they've done in keeping those records alive. Because sadly, in America, cemeteries have been destroyed.
Yes.
These scumbag, and I'll call them that. They're scumbag developers. If you don't stay on top of them, they will just bulldoze a little family cemetery down, and they'll cover it up. They're scum.
Yeah.
And there's been some of them got in trouble, but a lot of times, all the people that were buried there, there's nobody left, to say anything,
Yeah.
and that's horrible. And my wife's family, like I took her the other day. I made the little video from the cemetery there where her sister's buried, which is a very nice, well kept cemetery. Well, we went up into Tiftonia where one of her other sisters, mom, dad, grandparents, aunts, they're buried, and it's that part of it's up in the woods. And I told them, I said, if they don't watch out, that'll get lost. In fact, I pulled around down to where, because they're on a lower part, fairly well taken care of, not great, but fairly well. And I saw a small gravestone laying on the ground to the side, like by the fence line. And I said, there's one right there. Just they've knocked it down, and who knows who it is.
Yeah.
And so it's horrible that they do crap like that. Yes, absolutely. There's a lot of old cemeteries. I love to walk them. Love to walk them. It's fascinating. It really is. And you got to get that history now. And, I want to go back to some of mine. I've got some in the Lafayette City Cemetery that I need to get down there and do some work on, some cleaning on and stuff. Because if you go in the old section, it's pretty sad. Beautiful, beautiful stones that cost a lot of money, I'm sure, back in the day. But it's starting to fall in. Like some of them have these really nice wrought iron fences around them. My family section has a block around it, but some of them are leaning, and I do need to get down there. And I would throw in right here, if you're planning on cleaning them, there's a solution you can order. It's a little pricey, but don't take bleach and stuff out there. You'll run the stone. You'll mess it up.
Yeah.
There is stuff you can buy. Do a search. I used to know the name of it, but we should go take care of them, put flowers, clean them, level them up, and you can get glue and re-glue them if they're starting to come apart. Because if you don't do it, nobody will.
No.
Nobody will. And for all the Confederates, or a lot of them, the Sons of Confederate veterans have worked hard to get gravestones out of the VA. It's hard. You got to really fight with them on it. But they do have, a lot of them are marked with, new stones that recognize, because there's veterans. They received their veteran status many years after the war. And also they've put up, and in fact, my ancestor has you can order these. You can get the Confederate Iron Cross that'll hold a flag, and you can concrete them down in the ground, and it'll show if they served. And you can go by and put on April is Confederate Memorial Month, and you can go and put the battle flags and stuff on it to mark. It's beautiful. They do a great job in our region for that. Those camps, they do an amazing job.
Oh yeah.
And Zen says D2 is the best stone cleaner. What is D2? Is that just the name of it, Zen? D2. I really want to know, because a lot of people right here really care about that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it is good to clean them because they do get, I mean, they're out in the elements all the time.
Yes.
And there's get that information off of them, take pictures, even do the GPS coordinates and stuff for people that are trying to find this stuff. I mean, after we're long gone, there's going to be people that will come and research that out. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. When I was doing my research for and I probably have, I just haven't found them, but the Confederate ancestor that I have, I know I have one on Mom's side. I just haven't found it yet. But anyway, I got fired up to find this thing, and my wife was with me. We were down at the Chickamauga Library, and I found his name at the cemetery. I didn't know that cemetery was at, but I kind of had an idea. I mean, I knew it was in Walker County, but I didn't know exactly where that was at, where it was saying. But I went and found it, and it's there's actually people I work with who they caretake for that cemetery, and found out that all of our families knew each other back in the day. And anyway, we pulled up at the cemetery, and I parked, and my wife says, "How you gonna find it?" I said, "Don't have to. I know exactly where it's at." And my wife's kind of, she's not calling me out, but she's kind of doubting me, like I'm joking. Like she said,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, come on. Now, tell me how you know." And I said, "I don't know." She said, "Okay, big boy, where's it at?" I said, "It's in a straight line from where we're standing. We're going to walk right up to it on top of the hill." She said, "Let's go." She just knew I was wrong. I can't tell you how I knew that. It's weird. Today it makes the hair stand on the back of my head. We walked right up to that stone. My feet were right in front of his stone.
That's amazing.
And she looked down and she looked at me and she said, "You're freaking me out."
Yeah.
I said, "I don't know how to tell you this, but what I will tell you this. That's common. That is absolutely common. I'll tell you something else. I know people that have walked up to monuments from different states at the same time and found out they were related and they were coming there for the same ancestor. Now, what's the odds of that you walked
Wow.
up at the same time at the same monument for the same ancestor, and one lives in Georgia and one lives in Virginia, and y'all have the same last name, at the same moment?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, weird stuff like that. Zen says, "I think it's actually D2 Biologics. Wet and what do you say? Forget is another. Wet and forget is another." Thank you, Zen. Yeah, you got to be careful with those stones. You really mess them up. So people have good intentions. Don't take the iron brush out there and start scrubbing around the. You got to be careful with those monuments, those old stones.
Mm-hmm.
But you can get that glue, like I said, if they're starting to break apart or have broken apart, that glue is great stuff. And you'll break the stone before you'll break that glue. So you can get that. You can get that locally. There's people that sell it locally, and you can, if you go out there and the stone's broken out, fix it. There's nobody going to do it. They're not going to say nothing to you. Go fix it. They just mow over it and around it and hit it with the lawnmower and break it more. Or they'll pick them up and throw them in the wood line. That's what happens. They'll just start throwing them in the woods. The mowers and stuff, they don't want to fool with it. And, time and heat and cold and ice and everything else just takes its toll on them. And, I mean, some of these are very, very old. Like he said, I mean, we got cemeteries back here to go back to 1700s. And there's a lot of old graves out there. You can't even read them anymore. Now, sometimes the cemetery will have records, and they can tell you exactly what spot and who was buried there. Sometimes those records are incomplete too.
Yes.
But it is a shame. That is a tremendous. It's a big cemetery down there at Lafayette, and there's veterans buried there that died, in skirmishes there. But that old section is pitiful. When you walk back there, we've done some memorials back there, and it's absolutely sad what is happening. And it's just people quit going, looking at them and taking care of. Barry said D2, you can get it from Atlas. preservation. Okay. Thank y'all. Plenty of yes, yes. You can't. The pensions are great. They got that $25 a month. The Confederates did after a while. My ancestor got it, and it's a great way to track that. But you can find a lot of court records on other stuff too. Some families, D2 biological solution. Okay, good deal. What do you say? Yeah, I know, Michael. It's you forget stuff that we know and we just forget it. I've done so much research, I've forgotten more than I know, but I have a lot of it put away
Yeah.
to give to my kids. There's no now there are some families that have websites set up, and they sometimes you can if you're in the right group, you could stumble into the right family they'll do a lot of research for you. I'll tell you another place is the Lafette's library. They've got a really good. Catoosa has too. There's a lot of good genealogy rooms, and there's family history in filing cabinets in those. And I
Oh,
found a
wow.
lot that way. A lot. Yeah. I actually talked to the granddaughters before they died of my Confederate ancestor. They were still living. And one of them had done a lot of research. I wish I'd have got her filing cabinets. I bet all that stuff got thrown away.
Mm.
She actually made me a little packet of stuff up, but she said, I have 2 filing cabinets full of Cordell family history. It's gone. I'm sure. She didn't
Now,
live 3 minutes from where I live right now.
I don't know if you've ever been to Crown Garden and Archives, but they have
Crown Garden.
Crown Garden and Archives in Dalton. But they have a lot of newspapers that go back quite a ways that you can look through. And it's completely free.
That's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just you gotta have time. Just the time to
Yeah.
sit down and start doing it. And like I said, it's a treasure hunt. You just never know. Sometimes you go, you might not find anything.
Yeah.
And then another time you go, you're like a kid. You're like, wow, check this out.
Oh,
When
yeah.
I went to the Bicentennial Library and I started pulling up, and those librarians will help you if you kind of tell them what you're looking for. They'll start pulling stuff from everywhere because they get excited about it. That's their passion.
Yeah.
And they'll start pulling stuff you didn't even think about, and they'll get a lot of information for you. But I have found so much on microfilm. A lot of the Confederate records are on microfilm. Now, I would like to have more records. You mentioned the 1812 war, but also the Spanish-American War. There's a lot of records I would like to check there because I believe I've got family that probably fought in that.
Mm-hmm.
And certainly, my grandfather was in World War One. I've still got to pull his records. I know very little. I know where he married, and I know what his job was, in the war. But there's just so much there. Sadly, like I said, a lot of courthouses got burned down because of the war. A lot of
Yeah.
records were lost forever. Family Bibles, if you have an old family Bible, everybody kept their genealogy there, who begat who. Those are great too. That's one of the things that the lady I was working with, she had the old family Bible. And I'd love to have saw that. I didn't even get to see it. She just, had it. That had been passed down through generations. But we got, if we don't, there's no, we've lost a lot because we didn't ask the right questions.
Yeah.
But when do you start? You start now, and you find the oldest person in your family that's living, and you start picking their brain with everything they know. And the
Oh, I
oddest
know.
little thing might be the best thing, and you just don't know it. Just write down all that, whatever they say, record it. They even might have it slightly wrong, but it'll put you on the trail of what you need. Like Michael putting them names out there.
Mm-hmm. I've said so many times I wish I would have thought as I was getting, growing up to have recorded the things that, my grandmother would, or my great grandmother would have said, or my grandfather would have said, or that I could have just sat down and talked to them and would have recorded it and just asked them questions about their life
I'll
growing
share.
up.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, because there's all kinds of little tidbits, like things that you wouldn't even know. You could be doing metal detecting, you wouldn't know what something was, but if you talked to them, they would have told you it was a token or something they used on a trolley. Or there
Yeah.
used to be a that ran out to Fort Oglethorpe, and you could take it up to Chattanooga. They had a little thing they used. There's a lot of people right here found those things. I'll tell you one other cool thing that happened in my life, and I wish I'd done more. Uh, but I did a tour for our group from Dalton to Chickamauga. And on my bus, I think they're all dead now, but it just blows my mind. I was talking to a real Confederate son, the son of a Confederate soldier, because when those Confederates late in their life they got that pension, it's just a matter of survival, folks. Those guys married really young girls because families couldn't feed them. There was a lot of bad times that happened. They were starving. There was bad times. It's like Kansas, bleeding Kansas, and or not bleeding, but the Dust Bowls. I think of.
Yeah.
People starved to death. They absolutely starved to death. So a lot of those old veterans married very young girls. They had kids, and I was on the bus with a guy, and he said, "I'm a real son," but he'd moved out to California. And I'm sitting here, and it just messes with your brain because we were coming up on 150 years since the war at that time. It was still 140 something. And I'm sitting here, and this guy's really old, but his daddy produced him when he was really old. And he's telling me who he fought for and the battles he was in. And it just messed with my brain. Like, I mean, not that I didn't believe him, I did. It doesn't compute. How could I be talking to a guy whose daddy fought in the Civil War between the states, and he's still living? I'm 140 years. I just messed with my brain. And the other thing I remember about that, because he lived in California, we were coming up the old Highway 2, and he said, "Hey, what's one of these houses around here run?" I said, "Well, some of them are 100 something thousand, maybe 200 something thousand." He about fell out of his seat. He said, "You've got to be kidding me," because he lived in California. He said, "A house like that on not just a postage stamp property is $500,000 where I live." He couldn't believe it. I said, "Move to Georgia, man. Move to Georgia." But just to get to talk to a guy like that. No, he didn't fight in the war, but his daddy did.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wow.
But I think all of them are dead now. I think now it's probably what's. I don't think there's anybody living now, but because that's been a while back. But history is fun. It's just a lot of fun, and people say they don't care until it's their family, and then they start getting interested because you find out more about the why you ended up where you are, and the way you are, and the way you think, and sayings that were passed down. They were from them and people before them. And I just think that's cool. Barry says this, and we got to get off here. It is 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Liquid Nails is a glue, and Atlas Preservation sells a kit with a brush and a bottle of the DT solution. Soft bristle brush for $16. That's cheap, brother. I'm going to tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Some of those solutions can be upwards of $100. That's cheap. So anyway, go on your genealogy search and have fun. Zen says Harrison Ruffin Tyler, just passed away a couple of months ago. His grandfather was John Tyler, the 10th president. Now, see what I mean?
Doggone.
Ain't that wild? Wow. You too, Michael. Have a blessed night. Well, I've been saying for some time, this is our vent. We did vent a little bit. This is fun. We do want to have a history night. We are going to have a history show. I just haven't put it together. And I want to have some guests come on that are really knowledgeable or just share your family history. I think it's interesting. And tonight we found out that Michael and Elizabeth's probably cousins. So I think that's,
you never know.
He is a good history buff. He is. And I'd love to have him on. He does a good job of that. So, folks, have a great night. God bless. Stay cool if you can. Stay out of that heat. Check on your pets. Check on your neighbors, old folks. I'm not old yet, so you don't got to check on me, but stay cool. Y'all pray for Robert. He's fine, but he'll be back tomorrow night for our Cornbread Nation show. I'll be on in the morning with the Patriot Morning Show. And if you're really early, I'll be on the Podbean show for the Cornbread Man Morning Show, which is the first show. Then we do the Patriot, and then we'll catch you tomorrow night. It's just been a lot of fun. Y'all are great. Thanks for everybody on Facebook checking in. I appreciate that. Everybody giving their family history and all those things. And if you didn't get to do that, we'll do it again and have some fun with it. Miss Elizabeth, thanks for coming up.
You're welcome.
Now, y'all have killed me with this last thing I'm going to say. Castor oil around the belly button does not sound like a fun Friday night for me.
In the belly button.
In the belly button.
Or if it's an Audi, just put it on the belly button.
But I am going to try. Broski's gone. I'm going to wait for you to bring me some black walnuts. I'm going to try this this concoction y'all got, because he said you'll be a new man when you drink the black walnut hulls and what did he say, cloves?
Yep.
And water and make a tea out of it.
Yes.
You'll be a new man. I need to be a new man. So I'm going to try that. I want to see if this is good. And I'll have to try this Chinese tea thing you got going on there. Miss
And
Elizabeth.
I remembered what the foot thing, reflexology.
Reflexology.
Yes.
If I could rub something on my feet that makes me sleep, I'm all in.
There you go.
If it'll slow me down in my brain enough that I can actually sleep, I'm all in.
There.
And I don't like feet.
Me too.
But I'll rub them on mine. Have a great night, everybody. We'll go out with some music. Miss Elizabeth, bless you. We appreciate you. You're a blessing. If y'all don't know, she is the mama on Monday night for Mama Said, and she makes us look good because me and Rob together. She is the legend star of that show and made it. We just struggled for months trying to make that show work, and you make that show, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You're awesome. We didn't do the vent too much, but I'm going to play the vent song, Going Out. Good night, everybody. God bless.
Good night, everybody.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Hey man, I just want to tell you about this new country show where everybody gets to vent their frustrations about whatever's got them down. Here's how it goes. It's a Southern Fried Vent Show where everybody can vent out their frustrations. Come on down if you got something to get off your chest. It's a Southern Fried Vent Show where everybody can vent out their frustrations. And if you're not satisfied, then don't come back. This woman told me the other day that her boyfriend didn't text her back. She was mad about it. And I said, you know what? You need to go on the Southern Fried Vent Show. You can talk about it all you want. Here's what you need to do. You need to get on the Southern Fried Vent Show where everybody can vent out their frustrations. Come on down if you got something to get off your chest. It's a Southern Fried Vent Show where everybody can vent out their frustrations. And if you're not satisfied, then don't come back. I said it's just like this man told me the other day, that his neighbor had been looking at him funny and it was bothering him. I said, you know what? You need to go on the Southern Fried Vent Show. You can talk about it all you want. Here's what you need to do. You need to get on the Southern Fried Vent Show where everybody can vent out their frustrations. Come on down if you got something to get off your chest. It's a Southern Fried Van show where everybody can vent out their frustrations. And if you're not satisfied, then don't come back. Why does it hurt so